Hello, and thanks for tuning in to Financewize, the show that empowers you to make informed decisions about your money. I'm Dantakas Jimmy Melani, and in today's episode, we'll be discussing the different types of bank accounts available to consumers in the Namibian market. The legal age at which an individual in Namibia can open a bank account is 16 years, and 62% of adults 16 years and older are currently banked. There are a number of banks in the Namibian market providing a variety of banking products to the public. Due to the vast amount of accounts available, individuals sometimes find it difficult to understand and compare different bank accounts, their features and benefits, and determine which accounts are the most suitable for their particular set of circumstances. A recent development in the local banking sector is the introduction of the Basic Bank Account, or BBA, in Namibia. The product targets individuals earning 2,000 Namibian dollars per month or less. Today's episode on bank accounts is sponsored by the Financial Literacy Initiative. As you know from our previous episodes, the Financial Literacy Initiative was officially launched in March 2012 in order to improve financial education and consumer protection. The FLI was rolled out in 10 different regions during 2012 and will be further rolled out this year. Now let's see what ordinary Namibians on the streets have to say about bank accounts.
Do you have a bank account?
Yes, I do.
What is a bank account?
A bank account is actually an account where you can keep your money. The bank keep your money for safety and like that.
Bank account is the balance or the number or a safe where you can keep your money.
Bank account is an account where you put in money, you store in your money, you can save in money, you can do anything with it nowadays.
Name 3 different bank accounts.
The check, the savings, and the current account.
So there's Easy Save, there's Senior Save, then there's a check account. You're having savings, check, and there are also some treasury bills and other things.
Have you heard about basic bank account?
No.
Do you have a bank account?
I do.
What is a bank account?
A bank account is something that costs you a lot of money.
Can you name 3 different types of bank accounts?
You get a savings account, a check account, and I suppose a current account.
Have you heard about a basic bank account?
I have not heard about a basic bank account.
Do you have a bank account?
Yes.
What is a bank account?
First National Bank.
Can you name 3 different types of bank accounts? Have you heard about a basic bank account?
Yes.
A bank account is simply a fund that a customer has entrusted to a bank and from which the customer can make deposits where money is put into the bank account and withdrawals where money is removed from the bank account. A bank account can be a deposit account, a loan account, or any other type of account offered by a financial institution. These different types of accounts have various features which distinguish them from each other, making them suitable for customers with various banking needs. The next training clip focuses on different types of bank accounts in some more detail. A bank account is a financial account between a bank customer and a financial institution. For example, a check account or a savings account. The financial transactions which have occurred within a given period of time on a bank account are reported to the customer on a bank statement. The balance of the account at any point in time is the financial position of the customer with the institution. When you have money in your bank account, it has a positive balance. A negative balance, referred to as a debit balance, is when you, as the bank's customer, owe the bank money. Bank accounts or services can be divided into three main categories. Number 1, savings and investment accounts, where you typically deposit your money to be safe and earn interest, which is extra money on top of the amount you have saved. Number 2, loan accounts, funds provided to you by the bank for which they charge you an amount every month until the loan is paid off. And number 3, transaction accounts, where you can deposit and withdraw money. The type of balance the account is created to hold often determines the type of account it is. Some accounts are opened for the specific purpose of holding positive balances, which means you actually have money in that account. Examples of this are savings accounts and investment accounts, as mentioned in the first category of bank accounts or services. Accounts created to hold negative balances, which means you owe the bank money, are referred to as loan accounts, as in the second category of bank accounts mentioned earlier. However, some accounts can switch between positive and negative balances, sometimes showing that you have money in the account and other times showing that you owe the bank money. These are the transaction accounts referred to in the third category of bank accounts. Most banks require the account holders to pay fees or charges on the transactions made, for the management of the funds in the account, and for the administration of the funds. These fees and charges vary from bank to bank and from account to account. That is why one should compare prices from time to time, and especially before opening a new account. Private people might need different bank accounts when compared to businesses, and it is important to assess one's own needs before going to the bank. An informed customer will take better decisions. Banking charges and fees are not to be confused with the interest rates charged on loan accounts and interest rates paid to customers who hold savings accounts with the bank, for example. Interest is the price of money. When a bank lends someone money, it will usually charge that person interest. And when the bank borrows money from an individual via a savings account, it will have to pay that customer interest in return. Data shows that banking in Namibia is largely driven by transactional and savings accounts. These accounts are created for the main purpose of allowing the customer to gain easy access to the funds as needed via ATMs, checks, electronic transfers, and a variety of other channels. The names savings, check, and deposit account are generic, as most banks create their own names for the various accounts they offer to customers in the market. These names are created for marketing purposes. Therefore, it is important for customers to look beyond the catchy names and understand the features, benefits, and fees and interest charges associated with each type of account before making a decision. In 2012, the banking industry set up specific standards for the introduction of the basic bank account in Namibia. The account caters for individuals earning 2,000 Namibian dollars per month or less, and is offered at all banking branches in Namibia. One of the main features of the basic bank account is that no proof of income is required in order to open the account. Other minimum standards of the basic bank account include the following. Incoming deposits and withdrawals cannot be limited. A minimum opening and ongoing balance of $20. No monthly fee or account management fees charged. First card issued is free, but subsequent cards issued can be charged. Debit card services must be available, but can be subject to charges. No checkbook facility is available. We talked to some local commercial banks to obtain some more information about the different types of bank accounts available to consumers in the Namibian market, including the new basic bank account.
My name is Dangi Katoma, Director of Strategic Communications and Financial Sector Development at the Bank of Namibia.
What is a bank account?
A bank account is an account held by an investor who can be an individual person or a group of persons or a legal entity. And such account is held at a banking institution or a financial institution. The bank holds the money for the investor, leading to a positive balance, or in bankers referred to a credit balance, or loan money to the investor, which lead to a negative balance, or what bankers normally call a debit balance. So the existence of any bank account really emanates from a contractual relationship which is entered into between banks and their customers.
Please explain some of the different bank accounts offered in the Namibian market, as well as their features.
Well, I would highlight perhaps 5 types of accounts. One is savings account, the other one is a current account, and then a loan account, a fixed or term deposit, and lastly, a deposit notice account. Now, what is a savings account? A savings account is essentially an account that allows for the customer to save while at the same time can make a regular withdrawal from that account. And normally, no debit balance or overdraft facilities are allowed on this type of account. So that is a saving account. A current account, on the other hand, it's an account where a debit balance or overdraft facility are allowed on that account based on the agreed limit, which is a limit agreed in advance by both the clients and the bank management. The holder of this account may be issued with a debit card or a checkbook as part of the additional convenience of holding this account. Stop order and debit order can also be arranged in utilizing the current account. Moving forward, then, what is a loan account? A loan account is essentially an account held by bank borrowers for which a contractual arrangement is made between the client and the bank for the borrower to actually repay the money back to the bank over an agreed specified period of time. The payment entails both the principal amount, i.e. the actual amount, the capital amount, plus the interest charged. The loan amount comes in many types and forms. It comes in forms such as term loan, or article finance loan, or credit card, or revolving credit, property loan, or overdraft facility. So that is a loan account. But then what is a fixed or a term deposit? This is a sort of a saving account, but differ from a normal saving account in a manner that the fixed amount of deposit has to be placed for a fixed term prior to withdrawal. In other words, you have to place this money for 6 months or 12 months or even more. And this type of account earn higher interest rate in comparison to the normal saving account, which I have just explained earlier. The last type of account is what is called notice deposit account. This is a type of a fixed deposit account, but whose operational requirement is such that a notice of withdrawal need to be given to the bank well in advance. The notice here I refer to the date and the amount also to be withdrawn should be provided in such a notice. Now, example of these accounts, 32-day notice account, or 62-day notice that you give, call account and so on. So essentially, those are the major type of bank accounts.
What is a basic bank account, and what are its main features?
Well, a basic bank account is an account that is offered by each banking institution in Namibia, an account that caters specifically to individuals who earn not more than 2,000 Namibia dollar per day, per month. The standards for the basic bank account were developed by the Bank of Namibia in consultation with the banking industry as part of the promotion of financial inclusion agenda in Namibia. The purpose of a basic bank account is basically to encourage low-income individuals to put their cash into the banking system. And by doing that, they can benefit from using a safer and more efficient payment methods such as a card, bank card, and other electronic payment. The basic bank account is uniquely developed to ensure that bank charges on these accounts are very low, quite low as much as possible. This can be seen in some of the key benefits offered by the basic bank account. For instance, if you earn a maximum qualifying amount for this account, which is 2,000 Namibia dollar per month, and you have received your salary in cash, you can actually deposit your entire salary into this account, into your basic bank account at a bank branch at no cost. Other key features of this account is that there is no monthly or management account fees, but also access to internet and mobile banking facility where available is also provided free of charge. Also, when you want to inquire the balance on your bank at your own bank's ATM machine, that service is also provided free. But it also, you only require to have 20 Namibia dollars to actually open this account, and you only also require $20 as an ongoing minimum balance on the account.
In the next clip, our resident investor Peter goes through the steps and procedures of opening a basic bank account at a local bank. Peter is a barman at his uncle Shabin and earns less than 2,000 Namibian dollars per month. He also does not receive a payslip from his employer since the business is new and very informal. Peter approaches a commercial bank to see what type of bank accounts they offer to suit his needs. At the bank, he's advised to open a basic bank account. No payslip is needed to open a basic bank account. Simply bring one of the following items: your Namibian ID, a valid driver's license, a passport, or a voter's registration card to the commercial bank nearest to you. With a basic bank account, there is no fee charged on cash deposits. However, ATM withdrawals can be charged. There is no monthly service fee charged by the bank on a basic bank account, and your first ATM card is free. The best feature is that you only need 20 Namibian dollars to open and maintain the bank account. Now that you have some first-hand information, you can get started on reviewing the banking options for yourself and for your business. Remember that there is no time like the present to start improving your financial prospects for your future. We have mentioned earlier that this episode is supported by the National Financial Literacy Initiative. The FLI developed several street theaters which give tips on saving, budgeting, and spending in a very entertaining but still educating way. For additional information on the initiative, you can fetch one of these FLI booklets or posters at the Ministry of Finance in Windhoek, or download the FLI booklet on the website below. Please remember that the points made in this program are not meant to give you personal advice. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to managing your finances. The point of this program is to give you a more tangible look at how a business person or individual might implement the ideas discussed. There are many other alternatives out there, and we strongly encourage you to explore them and see what works best for you. Whatever you do, keep the principles we've discussed in mind and never stop trying to learn more. This is Dantakos Jimmy Milani, encouraging you to get finance wise. See you next time.